So going into the match there, you were facing a team on a similar points total to you. What were your thoughts going into that?
It was an acid test today actually. We were coming up against, like you said, a team that's had a poor start alongside us, searching for that win. And in truth, it was an acid test. It was, in the previous games we've been able to maybe look at certain things and potentially make excuses. Today there was no hiding place. It was either we're going to be good enough or we're not, and clearly we weren't.
Another start. Were you working well off the ball? What are your thoughts on that?
No, didn't think we were working well off the ball. The gaps were far too big. Probably the biggest problem for that first half was, the pressure on the ball for Tonbridge. Tonbridge are a good football inside. They like to play. We made a big point pre-match about making sure we get the pressure on the ball and making sure that we get our out of possession stuff right. So no, wasn't happy with the off the ball stuff. Yes, we've had a couple of opportunities to go 1-0 up in the game, but we didn't take them, and then we're punished for it the first opportunity they have.
And you made 3 changes going into the second half. What were your thoughts behind that?
Not seeing any running. Individuals and as a team, the first rule of football is you've got to run, you've got to be dynamic, and I wasn't seeing that. I was seeing people walking around the pitch, jogging at best, and if that's how you're going to apply yourself, then there's absolutely every reason why I was stood here, waiting to get that first win. And that's on me, by the way. I absolutely take full responsibility. This is my group of players. I've put it together. I've coached them. I've trained them. Yeah, it's early days and it takes time to gel, but there's no excuses. This is on me. So there's 2 outcomes from here. Either if there's another coach out there who thinks he can do a better job with this group of players, then over to him, or we have to resolve the situation, and resolving the situation means moving players on and taking a financial hit and bringing players in that can do what we need them to do. So there's no hiding places. I take full responsibility. This is my group of players. I've put it together, but they're not good enough to represent this football club in terms of their attitude. So, like I said, either we get someone in who thinks they can get a tune out of them, and that will be down to Ali and the ownership, or we've got to perform open heart surgery and get to the root cause and fix it. It is what it is. There's no point me standing here and papering over the cracks. That was an acid test today, and we didn't just fail, we failed miserably. The football in the first half was so lethargic, and then in the second half, you can see players are lacking confidence. They're making really basic errors. It's not what we asked them to do as a management team. Kick the ball out of play when they've got an opportunity to cross the ball and add some quality. It's not what we're asking of them. So like I said, it's really simple. We either myself move on and let someone else have a go and wish them well, or we have to make the necessary adjustments to resolve this situation, and that's going to be some pretty tough conversations, but it is what it is. I've got no problem whatsoever with the fans having a pop at me. I deserve it. I put this group of players together, but we've, as a management team, we've created that monster. We've come in when there was 350 fans at the stadium, and there wasn't much of an atmosphere, and now we're getting high numbers, and we're getting we're getting probably fans that, you know, very impatient and want to move things forward really quickly, and that's within their rights. And yeah, it is what it is. Let's not paper over cracks. Just front it up. Just like there, just spoke to the lads and told them, you know, how I feel, and then I'm straight up in the bar if anyone wants to chat with me. The office door is always open. I'm up in the bar if anyone wants to speak. I'm up there. If they want to come down to my office and chat about anything, they're very, very welcome. The door's open. But like I said, I'm not going to stand here and make excuses for the players or for myself. We're not good enough.
And finally then, looking forward, we've got a cup game against Laverstock and Ford. How are you going to be preparing for that one?
Well, it's David versus Goliath, but I don't know who's David at the minute. So, yeah, it's one where we've beaten Laverstock 5-0 twice in the last 2 pre-seasons, but you know, we apply ourselves like that, then it's an even match. So, you know, if we're given time, we'll look to remedy what we need to remedy, and then go into Laverstock and yeah, try and resolve the situation.
Thank you so much for your time.
Cheers.